Listen, what is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building, okay? Now, this time, honey, I am back to talk about how Mr. Carlos King and Mr. Maurice Scott are out here on a mission. They are striking YouTube channels. Okay, what is going on? What happened? I'm going to first, you guys, go to my community page and see, what y'all think about all of this. So I asked a question up over there, and I asked, do you think Carlos King and the Scotts are jealous of Melody Cherie and her supporters? 96% of you said yes, 4% said no. Now let's read the comments. Cause honey, this is crazy. Okay. Like, I wasn't expecting all this. Okay, so one person says that's 100. That's what all the fuss is about. Melody and all the support she gets. Another person says Carlos has been in his feelings about the mellometers. Now, after the way they show up and out after the BS podcast on the road, he claimed to be barking on. He's truly jealous because none of his raindrops was nowhere to be seen. But the mellometers travel near and far to see her. They're talking about Melody. I'm talking about catching flights, and they held him accountable with his lying backside. And I want to mention that really quickly. Y'all know I am a fan of Carlos King, but I'm not a fan of what he's doing. I feel like, I don't know, it's hustling backwards to me. Melody has a lot of supporters, okay? So whether we agree with the mellometers all the time or not, honey, she got a lot of support on the show, and it just really looks like he used the mellometers. He had Melody B, his first guest, on that podcast while it's on the road, right? So he knew that her following would follow her. He knows she has a strong fan base. I know that because I've heard him complain about the mellometers. And I don't think it's right that you use Melody's followers to come see you and her, and then you do this big shebang. And my whole thing with Maurice is, I'm not shocked by him. I'm not shocked. I saw what he was on down to the reunion when he was like, yes, some people are going to be sued. They're going to be sued. And, they're going to find themselves in a lawsuit and all this threatening and like trying to intimidate people. And then you sit on the show and lie. They asked you, did you ever hang out with Martell and Coleslaw? You set up, told a lie. And then, like even Tisha picked up on the fact that you lied about that. You've lied about other things. So, and then the way you treat your wife, you got on her about the what? She just bends over and takes it. She suffers through it. The sex you have, these are your words. And what I keep trying to tell y'all about these Scotts, these knots, because they are not who they say they are. I think that they are ashamed of themselves. I think they are ashamed at like the intelligence of the internet. That people are figuring them out, that they are not who they say they are. Marceau and Tisha, they always talking about they doing, a new expo, every year. And, they making all this money, but they know that there is, some shiggity out here as far as them owing money and all these lawsuits and unfinished projects. Like, the internet is real, and the people be having receipts. They have the people that they took advantage of. I don't think that they like that. They don't like that. But it's like there would be nothing to expose if y'all would just keep it real. You ain't got to lie to kick it. Okay? So yeah, I think that there's something with the Scots where there's a lot of like shame. Okay? There's some shame. I can even see it in Kimmy now. I didn't see that in Kimmy at first, but yeah, I see it in her too. Okay, so another person says, in my opinion, Carlos is working with the Scots to eliminate male supporters. Okay. They hate that they can't play in the audience faces. Yep. What did I tell y'all? With these fake business ventures and storylines. What's wild is that they're the ones that created the mellow meters. Ooh, child, that's interesting. I also think he's mad at Martell because he was actively helping him rebuild his brand before he went and called him out. Oh, called out Carlos and his production company. Okay. I hope he realizes any conversation he ever had with him is probably recorded and will be used against him if he doesn't play ball. Yeah, that's the person that Martell hook-headed Holdie is, honey. There's a reason Martell brought up Nene's name in this Tasha K interview. Yeah, and I was disgusted with that. I was disgusted, but I was listening. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Another person says, absolutely. Another person says they mad because people see right through their bull crap and they are mad people support Mel. All her is she launched sales out and they are all getting sued and they are broke. Another person says, good morning, brand new 715. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you too at Gloria Williams 6887. I don't like none of them. I like Mel and her success. And then she says they are jealous and are haters. I think that they are jealous of Mel's fan base. I never thought that Carlos was, but that's kind of petty to me. It's like you didn't use the woman's supporters to get your shiggity up off the ground. You got to look at the timing of things, you guys. He had Melody on first. He knows that Melody is going to bring in a lot of money. So why didn't you do this before the podcast show? Why didn't you do it then if it was important for you to do? Okay, so yeah, that looks like a money grab and not a good one. It just looked like a big piss in the face, you guys. And I told y'all, I'm not even a mellow meter. I like Melody. I think she's very smart, hardworking. Like she's very business minded. Okay. She got a lot of accolades. Shout out to Nene. Accolades. Like Melody is that girl. You got to give it to her, whether you like her or not. But I just feel like that is very suspicious to me. It was very, I don't know, it seemed kind of calculated. Like, oh, I'll do this after, I will do this after, I take their money and they come out to the podcast to experience, me and Melody and, and we get to talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. It just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, you guys. What do you all think? Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, we're going to boycott the show. And I listen to Queen Sheba. Shout out to her. I really enjoy her channel. Very smart woman. Very, very much so like business savvy. She's a thinker, and I really appreciate that about her. And she didn't think that was a good idea. She said that people tried to do that before and it wasn't, successful. She encouraged everybody to still support Melody by buying her products. So yeah, Melody is going to be good. But to me, this whole thing is unnecessary. To me, it looks kind of ruthless. Like, I don't know. It's like somebody is trying to control There's that word I tell y'all about. People are obsessed with it. Okay, but to me, he shouldn't be obsessed with it because you already at the top. And just like you say about Married to Medicine, you helping that show by blogging about it. Well, the content creators, they're blogging about your show. Okay, they are increasing its popularity. So what do y'all think about that? That is, I don't know, that's crazy to me. It's very hypocritical, especially after what he said about Married to Medicine. What do y'all think? So I asked another question. So what's going on with Maurice and Carlos versus Here for the Hot Tea? Why are they striking channels? One of you guys said Carlos King striking channels and Mayonnaise sent her some suspect paperwork like he wants to sue. They're talking about Maurice. Another person says, muted them. Carlos King is going to be done when Martell goes to jail and tells whomever he shows the tape to, I won't be supporting anything he does. So another person says they are tired of these content creators lying and defaming them. So the courts will decide, listen, you can't get on these platforms cutting up. They allow you to say a lot, not just not everything. And that's what they don't understand. You are not at your Section 8 apartment talking around that wobbly kitchen table to your drunk and high cousins and them. These are supposed to be show reviews, not the days and lives of Love and Marriage Huntsville's old and new cast members. They go too far and they need to get a life. People have real businesses and things going on, and they shouldn't move like that, period. Okay, so I'm going to get into some more comments because I want to see what some more people got to say. Y'all give me 1 minute. So another person says the people he is suing need to report him to the Bar Association. So they are talking about Maurice. Another person says, I call distraction. Is Carlos utilizing Lemonhead Reese to change the conversation from the show that tolerated domestic violence, RP, workplace harassment, fake storylines? It shows misdirection / theft and questionable cast members. Carlos took a great show idea and perverted it to a nasty sense of reality. Now he is mad that people were smart enough to see what he has done. OWN needs to pull all of Carlos King's productions. He diminishes their brand, in my opinion. Another person says him and Kimmy are the worst. Another person says Maurice apparently don't have any other clients, so he is suing the bloggers that he thinks he's an a-hole, and that's practically all of the bloggers. Oh, child. Y'all remember when Maurice and Kimmy, honey, was the fan favorite, honey? That was a long time ago, honey. Long. Okay, another person says Maurice is on some straight up BS. For real. What the heck is he talking about? Nobody is seeing it for him or his wife, so I don't know what he's talking about. Grow up, Maurice, get a life. Another person says, people expressing their opinion about how you treat your wife and calling you names is not defamation. That's true. Another person says, Carlos has all of his demons working overtime. Weapons will form, but will never prosper. Those two are irrelevant, looking for a storyline. Another person says, and he calls himself a lawyer, there's no merit to these claims. Another person says he needs a storyline. He's the irrelevant one on the show. Ooh, another person says, well, y'all wanted to see Maurice in court. Now you have it, literally. Another person says, I swear I believe this is in support of Martell based on the moves that he makes. Carlos starts striking content creators who seem more in support of Mel. Marceau sues those same creators, requesting their bank records, probably to see if Mel has contributed to them, to help Martell prove Mel is vindictive and out to get Martell. They stopped following him. Oh yeah, that's been going around to all the Scots, honey. They have stopped following Martell, hook-headed hoe, honey. They stopped following him as a distraction, in my opinion. They all have moved as a collective for a counter move. It's also a bonus for Marceau because he could use it for TV, plus free advertisement for his career and gain money if he wins it. In the end, it's all entertainment, alleged, and in our own opinions based on how they lead themselves in the public eye. I see the conflict of interest already. Let me stop playing. So another person says, his ex-wife dodged a huge bullet, in my opinion. I also have an opinion about their relationship that began under questionable circumstances. Ooh, child, they talking about Maurice and Kimmy. Remember, they said that Kimmy was a side chick. Okay, she denied it. Another person says Kimmy has never looked happy. She has the fakest forced smile on TV. Nothing going on in that household, period. Ooh, child. Okay, so this person says, didn't Carlos and Heavenly say that some people shouldn't be on TV if they don't want to be talked about? Maybe Carlos needs to have a conversation with some of his cast and their mama. Ooh, child, not the mama. Another person says putting the Scott clan on TV was a big mistake. They are a poor representation of successful Black business entrepreneurs. Why go on a reality TV show? You're supposed to show your reality, which they don't want to do. Ooh. Another person says, are the Scots retaliating because their wacky event has been reported by some content creators as fraud? They are losers. Another person says, in my opinion, they are targeting the content creators who actually support Melody and exposing them as liars, scammers, bullies, and mediocre people that have been trying to portray as millionaires when we have eyes and can see. Like Melody said, it is either black or white, no gray areas. Allegedly, and in my opinion, it is Carlos the blogger and the Snots and Wanda the bulldog. Yes, I said the bulldog. We can't stop exposing them. They are angry and desperate for their lives to not be exposed. Another person says all content creators should keep doing what they do. If OWN or Carlos shut all the scammers down, the content creators wouldn't have to talk about it. Every time a scam is featured on any social media platform, it should be reported to the state and county in which the event is being held. Since the scams are continuously shown on Love and Marriage Huntsville, they are just as responsible because they know it's a scam. And that's my opinion. Another person says what I've been telling y'all and what a lot of people think. I think Carlos King is upset content creators are finding out the truth about things and he can't spin the lies they are filming for next season. like I said to y'all, I thought that it was just very weird that none of the lawsuits were brought up on the reunion for the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion. None of that was brought up. None of it. The business owner, she did a interview with Anthony Lofties saying, how they scammed her. Okay? She was talking about Marceau. So, child, make it make sense. Like, the people are speaking out. It's not just content creators are just lying. There be paperwork. We can't argue with paperwork. We can get on here and give our opinion for entertainment for entertainment purposes. That's what we can do. Okay? But we can't go up against people that's speaking out on them and paperwork. We can't argue with that stuff, whether we like a person or not, Another person says striking a channel is very, very disrespectful and unacceptable, considering without the bloggers running up the viewership and engagement, they would not be the #1 show on OWN. Oh, how quickly they forget. We can always make another show in the same time slot, #1. Please believe it, and still support Mel. And that's my thing with it. I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like it's too much. It is too much. And then I notice you have people on here that are saying, yeah, but y'all be saying that. Who the hell is y'all? Okay. Who is y'all? Y'all be watching what the content creators have to say. I notice there are a select few that do that act like they're not watching these reviews. They act like they are not watching your commentary on this show and how you break down all the people. Okay? So yeah, I notice it's some of that going around too, you guys. Where I notice people like to sit up on a pedestal and look down on you. Yeah, y'all shouldn't be doing that. It becomes y'all when you was just here a few minutes ago. Okay, you was just here laughing and listening to the commentary. So I don't like what I see as far as that. I don't like that. I don't feel like people should do that. I thought this was funny. Letitia keeps referring to herself as the IHOP, but I think she means the HBIC. Of course, she's blaming her website creator for the typo. That is so funny. Oh, one person says Uncle Wanda is Tisha's mouthpiece. Tisha wants to appear, in quotation marks, as if she is not as ratchet as her mom. Okay? Yeah, I noticed that. Wanda's job is to bully Melody off the show. It ain't no show without Melody. I hope everybody know that. Melody walk off, there go your viewership. So they ain't that crazy, y'all. But I think that what a move, right? Like right after he get all their money from the podcast, get all that money, and then now y'all do that. Why you didn't do it before? So yeah, that's a little suspicious. It is. That is crazy. So another person says, how about the content creators stop reporting on anything that is Scott's related since they want to be petty? They're mad they aren't liked and are viewed in a bad light. When that is what they put out. I saw a billboard that once said, ignore your teeth and they'll go away. Let's try that. Oh, child, not the teeth, child. Y'all know I be reading into what y'all be saying. I just feel like this is shady, you guys. I feel like it's shady. Um, okay, so the last person says, I think some cast members been complaining because the bloggers had been revealing all their mess that the cast members been hiding. I told y'all. I told y'all that. Love and Marriage Huntsville may have a blackout on the next season because of this. Or it can be because Mel is getting too much shine, allegedly. Absolutely. I think that the show, they need to bring back Miss Van, like bring back like classiness. Like I don't want to see Miss Betty next season, Miss Wanda out here talking stupid, so I don't even care if she come back at this point. I want y'all to get in the comments. Let me know how you feel about this. Did you feel like this was necessary for CK and Lemon Drop to do, honey? Okay? I want y'all to tell me y'all opinions. Okay? Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.